We've made connections with members of the military, supply corps individuals who themselves are finding it very difficult to get this type of a thing out to people whose supply systems are focused on mission essential equipment. And a foosball table that fully packed and palletized, put on a pallet at 500 pounds is just not something that they want to lug around. Sure. But I mean, that's an example there. But even on a smaller, closer to home scale, if we want to do Wounded Warriors program where we return to some of the original, something that originally made foosball recognized and even popular was during World War, during the Spanish wars in Spain, I forget the name of the war exactly, between World War I and World War II. One of the fathers of foosball at that time.
Speaking of Lawrence Patterson?
No, this was long before that. Alexander Finisterre of Spain was one of the first people to popularize foosball in the form that we know it today. And he helped bring foosball to people who suffered injuries as a result of that war, and he brought it to them for the purpose of rehabilitation, hand-eye coordination, and that type of thing. And so when you get something like that, we've decided to kind of return to those roots, and we're working with a number of individuals who are trying to help us set up just little tournaments at Walter Reed and Bethesda hospitals in the DC area, where we can get the troops who need rehab or just enjoy the game to participate and have something entertaining to do.
That sounds like good stuff. Excuse me. Is that something that y'all are doing over internationally as well, Farid?
First, I want to speak about USTSF, and something important you said is what you see physically about what happened. We had a meeting this morning. We have some meetings. I have some meetings with many federations every time, every week, every month. What ITSF is really expected from a national federation in general is to have a clear control on their federation, on the country, a clear control. So it means a federation of players, of course. Yes, it is a federation of players. It must be a federation of players. They have to care about all people who are living in the country, not only players. Spoke about the program for military program. This is important, yes, of course. This is some aspect you have to care about. The school, for example, is very important too, etc. Also program with different activities who exist in the country. That's important to care about all people. So give a chance to all people to play table soccer and to discover this game and this sport. This is important. In the same times, you have to care about players who already play or who are in the process to play. For example, the people who buy tables, or the people who play in leagues or everything. That's important for us that everything is very clear in all countries. For the media, for the politics, for the sponsors, the situation must be very clear. And right now, it is not really. You speak about different system. We had a meeting about this, many meetings, but ranking system, for example. It's difficult to know exactly what is the American ranking system. I don't know if you know, but I don't. IFP, USTSA, Bandini USA, maybe local promoter system. How do you organize all this? The rating also. The Pro Master sometimes there is no, sometimes... What is the motivation for players to become Pro Master? I don't know if there is. Semi-Pro is a good place, I think. Pro is not, Pro Master is not too. So what I want to see, me also, is to see this real control on everything. This is, I know this is a big program, this is important, you need, you say the word, voluntary people is not important. This is mandatory by ITSF.
It's mandatory.
Yeah, executive committee must be voluntary people. Yes, because we are player for players. In ITSF, everybody is voluntary. But you can have a staff. Some people pay to do the job every day. And we have a very good staff in ITSF. You know, some people, we have 6 people pay. You can see this on the website. But we have 6 people paid. They have to do the job every day. They are not executives and don't have the power to decide anything. But this is important to have this. So, and this is what I want for USTSF too. We have some meeting with different, with Tornado, for example, because I heard many things about Tornado, who want to control something. Please. We need to have you have a meeting a few hours after this afternoon about this. We really need to have a federation who controls the country, and we really need to have this federation who, and we are in the process. We are in the process
that seems to be
that's the point. Is that we're in a process. So at the USTSF level, up to this point, we haven't been in a position of any sort to just seize control of something like this. We've had to gradually build the foundation and step by step assume different responsibilities. Ultimately, it may be that we are exclusively the federation in all aspects, but we have to, at least at this point, take baby steps and increase those responsibilities. Rating system, rankings, tournaments, tournament procedures, rules, a whole variety of things.
all those I think are important to have. It's important to have structure in all those aspects.
And even aspects of working out logistics of tournaments, at least on some of the nationals tournaments. Establishing what the criteria are for tournaments and for establishing, like as we have U.S. national team, junior championships, women's, and that sort of thing, so that we have athletes, players who can be recognized as sport participants. And if you're going to be recognized as a sport, well, you have to have people who in some way have been established as athletes.